welcome to the Cosmic Outpost. I'm Alex.
I'm Lucy.
And we've just watched The Secret Empire. We've just watched Where the Land Lies, or The Lay of the Land, or Lie of the Land.
Lie of the Land.
Lie of the Land, that's the one. The story is that the evil benevolent monks have taken over the planet, and the Doctor has spent 6 months helping them pacify the people. Noel turns up, finds Bill. Bill goes off, rescues the Doctor. The Doctor comes crashing back into town. Then he has this idea of plugging himself into a broadcast antenna, which was plugged into all these statues.
After he's spoken to Missy.
Oh, yeah, after he's spoken to Missy.
See, it's what I'm here for, to fill in the gaps.
Yeah, because I've got a good memory, mate. After they've spoken to Missy, and then Doctor in super Time Lord brain can't handle the transmissions, but Bill's happy memories of Mummy Dearest basically wipes out the message, and the monks are defeated, and they pack off to the next planet they're going to conquer, and then Bill has to do an essay.
You make it sound so boring.
Was it a good episode?
It was epic.
It was okay.
Oh, come on, it was epic, right? When you get 3 episodes of so it's a 3-parter.
Yeah, it was built up.
Yeah, it's like movies. The third one's always the worst. Well, it's turning around now, I must admit. We are starting to get third movies that are pretty good, but not always.
Yeah,
but
Thor Ragnarok.
No, don't say that.
Anyway.
That is going to be amazing.
Yes.
No, the third episode I thought was the best. Literally, it started off weak, and then it got good, and then it got really good. It started so strong as well. Whoa,
Sorry,
what's with the face?
I must have been watching a different episode.
Yeah, obviously. It was amazing. Every bit of line for me was really structured. It all just made sense. It was all fluid.
The dialogue was good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
The scenes were clean, clear cut, none of that weird first episode messing about like artsy fartsy crap. It was just really good, and the fact that even I was just taken with oh my god, the Doctor's serious. He's actually had enough of our BS.
Yeah. They really did do a good part, as Lisa said in the story. Bill goes to this prison to find the Doctor, find out why the Doctor's been helping the monks pacify.
I was going to say the Daleks.
The
then.
Daleks, helping the monks. Why they pacify the people, and it actually turns out this is a test for Bill.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking back to the 7th Doctor. There was a story where the Doctor had to break his faith in his companion because the faith in the Doctor was preventing a monster from being defeated. And I was thinking this is where they're going with it. So she has to be broken and go away. But in actual fact, it was a really big test. She pulls out the gun, plugs the Doctor, does a sort of like a regeneration sort of thing. I don't know, there was a few people crapping their pants at that point.
Why?
Well, because they were probably going to go, oh no, they can't regenerate the Doctor now. It's like, of course not,
What, you mean get rid of Peter Capaldi?
Yeah.
For a moment, I was just like, what is going on? I know what happens when they regenerate. It's going to be a different person. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah,
you can't go yet.
So they really hooked us in on that, where you had a Doctor had...
So I was one of those people crapping my pants. I really was, for a second there.
So the Doctor's basically rescued all the red shirts, and...
they weren't all red shirts. Some of them survived.
Couple.
Yeah, couple. It's good for red shirts.
And so Nardole was part of the plan, brings Bill in, and so Bill has her faith absolutely shaken. But this is a test from the Doctor to see if she's actually succumbed to the mummies? Monks, there you go. Monks, mummies.
Well, they are in a pyramid.
Brain control, yeah, exactly.
Close enough.
Now, the thing for me that stuck out on that one is Bill's the one that made the deal.
Yeah.
Come on, aren't you going to notice Bill? Didn't you keep track of it? You noticed the Doctor managed to capture the Doctor, but Bill, oh no, who was that person?
The monk
again?
even turned up.
Remember. Yeah.
And he looked at her. Obviously, he's going to know the person he made a deal with.
To remind me of someone.
Yeah.
That's a bit odd. The woman in the first scene, how did she remember the old times? Was she immune? That really wasn't explained. They had this part where she was saying, oh no, you must fight them.
I know
They've
why.
only been here a few months. Why?
Story plot.
Yeah, because reasons, and
Reasons.
that's the thing. It really doesn't add up. And
Actually,
Go
saying
on.
that, I really liked how Bill narrated some of the episodes. So it didn't have to go through it and all the rest of it by her talking to her mother. I thought that was really cleverly done. For some things, it's like, oh, really, this is boring. But it made sense not to go into scenes we didn't need, and we just needed a little bit of narration by Bill, and that sorted all that out. So you had no unnecessary scenes. It was all really crisp. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, the big thing for me was we'd spent like 3 episodes building these monks up. I mean, you've got to remember, these are reality-altering aliens. They can cure the Doctor's blindness. I don't know whether it was a fake news story. It probably was a fake news story.
Fake
that
news.
they'd taken out the Daleks and the angels and everything like that. But they still needed to keep the Doctor in a prison on a ship where he could actually escape. Why don't they just blind him? Again. Also, these things, super space-time sort of studying simulation. They got these shields, electricity, and everything like that. And then the red shirts go in and blow away with a P90 machine gun. It's sort of like, well, okay. Well, if they're harmable by bullets, why don't they just blow the brains out of the controlling mummy and let the Doctor sit in the chair? Because without that guy fighting, I just blow his brains out. It's like the guy who pulled the gun on the Doctor. Oh, I'm going to wait for a while, Doctor. I've got my finger on the trigger. I'm going to shoot you. Shoot him! He's an enemy. Blow him away. You've got plenty of time. And no, Nano comes along and does the Vulcan neck pinch that wasn't the Vulcan neck pinch. No. So a good story needs to have a really nice premise behind it. And I think there seems to be sort of like a bit of the spirit of the times, a zeitgeist, where we've had in the past the silence who relied on people not remembering things. We've moved on to this Doctor Who story where people can't remember the reality of what's actually happening. Their reality has been changed, which is why I thought, we were watching an episode of The Secret Empire, because in The Secret Empire, the Marvel comic, Captain America has been affected by a cosmic cube, so reality's been altered. We also have on...
Are you going to take this out of its original packaging?
No, it's not good. It's going to stay in its original packaging. On the show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they've been taken into the mainframe where they can't quite remember what reality was all about. So,
but Coulson's had snippets of
but Coulson went to Tahiti
Sorry, I
because
could
it's
just
a
go
magical
on.
place.
It's a magical
It's
place.
a
I could go
magical
on
place.
for hours about that.
Back to Doctor
Sorry.
Who. So I think the sci-fi writers come across a good idea of change of reality, and there just seems to be a bit of a few coincidental stories about it. A few nice things. The dialogue from Missy was fantastic.
She's
she just
amazing.
pitches up. And then it was kind of like, yes, I'm just playing the piano, but I'm sinister playing the piano just by playing the piano.
She's just amazing. Honest to God, she's like one of the best villains, lovable villains I think I've ever known.
Yeah.
And you just want to see more of her.
Brilliantly well written. Push the little girl into the volcano.
I know.
And it's just like, oh my God, it's terrible. But because Missy's saying it, it's
and then
fantastic.
her crying at the end, that
was good.
You do have to kind of wonder, is she faking
Is she
it or
faking the Doctor? Or could the next series be about Missy?
Yeah, but oh, sorry, the dog's just
scratching.
having a scratch.
So we get to the end of the story, and the way they end it is the old Harry Potter defence, love. So Lover Bill's mum manages to fend off all the evil aliens, just like Harry's mum's love of Harry fends off Voldemort. So we had a
Well,
bit,
when you
bit
say
there.
it like that sound crap.
Well, yeah, but this is the thing.
It's
a nice intrinsic sort of love will save the day. And it saved Harry Potter, it saved Bill here.
It was a little bit like just an extra 5 minutes of, at the end, I think, of the monks, I don't know, retreating, or it was just a case of, oh, there we go, we've changed history, everyone remembers that the monks weren't there, and the monks are just like, right, back on our spaceship, and then they just go. And then that's the end of that. It was like, oh, a little bit of more, because they were really sinister, and it was over 3 episodes. I would have liked to have seen just a little bit more of the revolting by the human race and them like running away and whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of like, oh, we're here, oh, it didn't work, let's go.
Yeah.
Whee!
And that kind of brings me on to the story premise I want to look at. And it's the toy box premise, where if you're writing a series, you open up the toy box, take all the toys out and put them back exactly like it was
before.
For the week before. Voyager, Star
Yeah.
Trek Voyager was terrible at this. You know, there was a couple of episodes where they gutted the ship and turned it into a giant holiday. Next week it was all back into Starfleet regulation layout. Then a few weeks later, a few weeks before, they'd ripped it all out because it had been Borgified, and then they managed to recreate the ship in the Delta Quadrant with no starship yards or anything like that. So if you're writing a story, try and have some continuation, because they could have done this in a story. What?
Have we fed the dog? Why is he looking at us?
There you go. Right, let's wrap this up. We haven't fed the dog.
That's why he's looking at
That's
us.
why he's looking at it. So yes, if you're writing a series, do have something that carries on. Have something broken. Doctor Who started off quite well. In the very first episode, it materialised in a junkyard, which is why it was in the shape of a police box. When they got to Scarrow for the next episode, think of it, Scarrow. They said, oh, something's wrong with the TARDIS. It should have changed its shape. And so they carried that on, throughout the series. So, like I say, if you're playing with a toy box, don't pack it away too neatly. Have something left out or something carrying on. But I think we'll leave it there. So. It was an okay episode for me. It fell into a few tropes of the aliens are too powerful. I remember Stargate started off like this. You had these amazing aliens that could do anything. Next week you'd shoot with a normal machine gun, and I think that that was a bit smarted a bit of this. You had these amazing aliens. Now this week you can just shoot with a gun, even though they've altered reality. But all great dialogue, great to see Missy. Nice development there. Not too bad. What was the best bit for you?
Love the scene at the beginning with Bill literally being freaked out by the Doctor working with the monks. Fantastic scene.
Yeah.
Both scenes with Missy.
Yeah.
The one with Bill and the Doctor there, and then just the one with the Doctor at the end. I think those are my favourite bits, but overall it was a fantastic story. This is the kind of Doctor Who that I'd be happy to watch every week, but because it's been so itty-bitty sparse and stuff, and it's had its moments, that's why I'm not like a true Whovian. I don't sit down religiously every week,
because
it can be so off and on.
Yeah.
But this is classic, brilliant Doctor Who that I'd watch every week, so I'm really happy about this.
Yeah. See, back in the day, they would have like 4-part stories, 6-part stories, and everything like that, so you could really get into it and develop the stories. Cool. Right, you've been watching the Cosmic Outpost. I'm Alex.
I'm Lucy.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye.